Hello, my creamies. How are we doing today? Today, I have a little discussion for you all about Call of Duty Black Ops 6. What? A drag queen talking about Call of Duty? Yes, honey, because anyone who knows me knows I am a Call of Duty Zombies mega fan. I love me some COD Zombies, okay? Absolutely obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. Go check out my video where I ranked all of the zombie maps in a big old tier list. If you love COD Zombies, you'll love it. So go check that out. Then come back here and continue to listen to me talk about Black Ops 6, the next installment in the Call of Duty franchise, the Zombies Legacy. It's almost here. It comes out soon, and there's a little beta out right now. I've gotten to play a little bit of the game, and we have got a lot to talk about. There's been a lot of hype, a lot of anti-hype, a lot of are we back, a lot of is this just another trash entry in the cycle and it's going to continue where we say the old one is great and we hate this one. Yet to be determined. Find out
on Magic's biggest secrets finally revealed.
Let's get into it. So first let's talk about the early access beta, right? Black Ops 6 recently put out an early access beta. You could only play it if you had Xbox Game Pass. So I was originally gonna be like, not even touch it, just let it go. And I was like, you know what, let me try it, see if there's zombies, right? So I can get a feel for the zombies mode. Well, I open up the beta and zombies is locked. You can only play multiplayer. So I was like, well, I've got it open, let me just try. I have not personally played multiplayer since I think Black Ops 2, and that was like, what, 2012? So it has been a long time since I have seriously played the multiplayer aspect of a Call of Duty game. Once you started being able to jetpack and fly and shit is where you just kind of lost me, and I was like, sister. It's a fun stress buster, sometimes stressful. You know, you get in the lobby and you just shoot people. It's very easy to play. Back then, the grind wasn't as crazy. Now there's like achievements and points and camos and blah, blah, blah. So much to work with there. I got to play the early access beta and I didn't stream it, I didn't record it, I just played it for me. And I thought it was really fun. I was very surprised. I thought the movement felt great. I thought the look of it was great. It just felt like that classic, like Black Ops 1 style gameplay, but with like nice modern graphics. When I first played, so I'm very excited for this like omni movement, especially in zombies, right? Being able to like dive and kick and cluck and buck and slide and try and do all that stuff, right? I expected to love it because that sounds like recipe for success, like eat it up. In the early access beta, I didn't really care for it. But in this open beta, I don't know if they tweaked some things and changed some numbers or something. I loved it, and I'm starting to get a lot more used to it. A lot of the times I forgot that it was there, but this time around in the open beta, I was like, oh yeah, and I'm diving, I'm sliding, I'm like diving into people. There's a lot of funny moments from this. The dolphin dive, I am so excited to see how this movement correlates to zombies. Having like a big ass train and just being able to like dive back and like slide and kick and do all this stuff is gonna be so much fun. It gives like RE6 vibes, and I don't even mean that to be derogatory. I'm being like so serious. So then I played the open beta, which is out now. I just streamed it on Twitch. Go follow me on Twitch so you know when I'm streaming, baby. Come hang out and play video games with me. I streamed the open beta and it was fun. I had so much fun playing the multiplayer, which is so rare. Never thought I would be back in this situation. I thought I had sworn off COD multiplayer forever, but here we are. I think it's fun, Mary. The maps are so good. Like, are you kidding me? There's not a single one I dislike. You've got Pit, which is like this like underground mine, very RE5, ironically. Level, it's like 3 tunnels that connect. They're much smaller and intimate now, which I like because it makes for more fun, fast-paced, chaotic gameplay. And like, baby, that is my brand of ADHD autism, is that. fast-paced, chaotic gameplay. You have Rewind, which is like this awesome video store strip mall moment. There is Babylon, which is this super tiny, like, stone structure. There's Derelict, which is like this old abandoned rail yard. There's Skyline, which is this like beautiful modern luxury apartment. I love a good map that doesn't look like decrepit and nasty. What is it with Call of Duty and just making everything like a bombed like wreckage? Yeah, I get that it's like a war game, but like it's also a game. Why are we going for this realism? Give me stupid shit like a luxury apartment that people are just shooting each other in. Like, I think it's fun to experiment with that kind of stuff. Nuketown, hello, one of the most popular maps of all of gaming, is perfectly clean. You have never even played Call of Duty, but I guarantee you know what Nuketown is. So why can't we get a couple clean maps in addition to the nasty, dirty, stanky, gross ones? Weapons feel great. I like the way the game handles. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. In terms of the multiplayer, that's really all I have to say about it. So let's talk about zombies. So as we know, zombies is returning in Black Ops 6. It was announced a long time ago, and we've gotten some information since then. So let's talk about it. The return of gobblegums. How do we feel about the return of gobblegums? Very Black Ops 3, gobblegums were this little gumball that you popped and it gave you a special power. All around the maps there would be these little gumball machines. Once per round for free you could get one, and you kind of equipped them in like a pack, so you're always getting between like the same 5, but it's random. Well, now they're back and we know a little bit more about them. They're gonna function similar but also be a little bit different. So there's a lot of like returning ones, right? Like we've seen, I think, Shopping Free come back. We've seen, I think, like Killing Time. So some of them are coming back. There's gonna be some new ones. There's one that gives you the Wonder Weapon right away, right out the bat, coming in with a Wonder Weapon. Girl, the power trip. That's kind of wild. That is a cool idea for a concept, though, for a gobblegum. Honestly, I'm surprised that wasn't in Black Ops 3. So is this ultimately good or bad for a game like this? I think it is good. Black Ops 3 was clearly one of the best selling, like held to the high, you know, the community holds it in high regard. People are still going back and playing it to this day. Black Ops 3 was clearly a defining, pivotal moment in this franchise. So to bring an element like that back kind of takes us back to those roots a little bit. It's a little bit classic. It gives people the option to do a power fantasy, but you don't have to use them. So you can just go in completely raw dog. Don't have to worry about all of that. Monetization wise, yeah, there's going to be microtransactions. There's probably going to be another system like the Liquid Divinium where you have to pay a lottery or real money in order to actually unlock these things, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Wrong. At the time of recording this video, I don't think we know the answer to that. What is my dream implementation? So I know that they're going to work a little bit differently in this game. Like they're going to not immediately activate, which is awesome. I love that because sometimes you don't want to take a gobblegum because it'll instantly activate and you're like, I'd rather just save it. So now the fact that you can save it and it won't penalize you. So when you go down and you haven't used it, they don't go away. With the gobblegums, as well as a couple other features we've seen so far, it looks like this game is kind of going to be like the love child between Black Ops 3 and Cold War, which, I don't know if I personally love this, but like, if we're gonna find a way to bring all these new fans and cater to like the casuals in every audience and the old hardcore people, it's probably best that we combine one of the more recent popular games with one of the old popular games. So we're getting that kind of effect. We're getting that kind of style. I think it's ultimately going to be good. I think it's going to work out for the game. So we've heard these comparisons that it's like the love child of Black Ops 3 and Cold War, but I fear the more time goes on and the more that is shown, it really just feels like Cold War Part 2. Am I wrong? It feels a lot more similar to that. Yeah, we're getting gobblegums back, but like, is that a defining moment? Like, is that, is that really enough? I personally, the problem I have with Cold War is that it is just so bland and soulless. I actually think the gameplay is kind of fun. I do enjoy hopping in Cold War and playing sometimes. Is it like The pivotal zombies experience? No. Skip it, girl. It was way better in the past. There's just no even denying or arguing. When it was made with creative mystery and intention rather than monetization, yeah, it was obviously better. But Cold War isn't like a disaster. It's not a Vanguard and it's not a Modern Warfare Zombies. So it's not that. But in terms of like this being Cold War Part 2, I'm hoping that means they fix all the things I didn't like about Cold War. One of the things I hated about Cold War is that the maps are shit. I hate playing on the maps. They're so bland, so soulless. The Easter eggs are cakewalk easy, barely even Easter eggs at that point, because they're not even like hidden fun side quests that you have to hunt for. You just, I have issues with Cold War. It's not my favorite Zombies iteration. It's not my favorite Zombies iteration. The fact that you can like max out the perk tiers and stuff, like you can get your jug leveled up permanently. And it's like once you do that in the first week of release after like 3 whole matches, you never touch it again. So that's dumb. There's just a lack of progression, a lack of purpose. I take issue with Cold War. But that isn't to say that potentially this game could fix some of those issues. And it looks like it kind of has been. For example, I hate the Cold War HUD. Hate it. Looks awful, stupid, very, again, soulless and bland. But I also hate the damage numbers popping up in the middle of the screen and in like the points in the middle as opposed to like down by where the points go. So the fact that in Cold War you're going to be able to disable all this stuff and like turn it off and remove these HUD elements, I'm here for that. I don't want it. In fact, look at the gameplay trailers. When it's cinematic and there's not really a lot even happening on screen, it looks amazing. I can only imagine, spoiler alert, there's been some discourse between the 2 maps they've shown off so far, Liberty Falls and Terminus, and it's for very good reason. Before we get into that though, let's talk about the new movement system. I've not experienced zombies yet, so like I was saying in the multiplayer section, I'm here for the Omni movement, and I'm so stoked to see how it works in zombies. I want to be John Wick in it, Matrix style, Reloaded, Alien Resurrection, Jason X, yes, all of the shitty portions of the franchises that I love. My favorite of the franchises, because they're goofy, they're silly, they're funny, they're explosive, they're bombastic, they're just camp in its highest form. And that is the kind of energy I am looking for in a video game. And that's what I think this zombies mode could give. I like when it's serious, but I also like when it's over the top, almost like a little B-movie, very Resident Evil. Come on, like let's get silly, let's have some fun. Why does everything have to be so grounded and real? That is what's ruining the zombies mode for me. The new movement system, being able to whoosh and bush and dip, dive, split, kick, cluck, buck, I'm here for it and I can't wait to use it. Perk-wise, I'm hoping they fix some of the stuff from Cold War. It looks like we're getting some new ones. Melee Macchiato. Are you kidding me? One of my favorite features of World War II zombies, not even a Treyarch game, is that you could pull out your melee weapon and just use it. I want to be able to just run around and knife zombies, right? Like, let me do that. And after that, we were allowed to do that. And Cold War, you can actually equip your melee weapons. Like, for example, Ghostface is in that game. As you all know, I love Ghostface. And when I'm playing as Ghostface, I can just have the knife out, which is thematically on brand and also just like what I want to do if I'm going to play Ghostface in Call of Duty. Like, let me whip out my melee weapon. And you can do that in Cold War. You can do that in Black Ops 6. So I'm so happy that that is returning, and now we have a perk dedicated to melee. It's gonna make your melee stronger. It's gonna make your melee weapon more viable into the late rounds. That is awesome for people like me who love to just stab, slice, slice, all that good stuff. So happy that that's in the game. PhD Flopper? PhD Flopper? We're so back. I have missed PhD Flopper so much. What has it been? Black Ops 2? Because that bitch was not in 3. No, it was not. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've had PhD Flopper, Dolphin Dive, boom, big explosion. Cannot wait to be reunited with my beloved PhD Flopper. I've also heard some rumors, maybe we could
speculate wildly,
that Vulture 8 is coming back, which from Buried, my favorite map of all time. Spoiler for the tier list. I would love it if Vulture Raid came back, honestly. That was a insane one-off perk. The fact that it has never come back in like any iteration is crazy. Was it in Black Ops 4? I think they tried to put it in Black Ops 4, but it was like, it was different. It wasn't like the Vulture Raid. Let's talk about the maps now, because a big portion of the fun and mystery of it all is the maps. Like, you remember the Call of Duty games based off of their maps. Black Ops 3, that was the one with Shadows of Evil and Garad Krovi and Dreisendrach. Black Ops 1, you know Kino was there, Moon, Five, like, you remember what game had the maps. So they revealed Terminus first. And Terminus? Terminus is dripping atmosphere. Terminus looks insane. Like, we are so back. Probably smart of them to reveal that one first. It's gonna be like a full-fledged map. It is some main quest ass shit. I am so excited to dive into there. It looks moody, it looks gritty. The Easter egg is gonna be insane. I feel like it is. There's like this purple cannon thing. There's a dedicated crew again. Like, all of the things. Like, all of the things that us fans have been clamoring for and asking for all these years is finally coming to fruition. And yeah, you can be like, oh, they're finally listening to us. Or you can even say maybe they did this on purpose to pretend like they were listening to us. Doesn't matter. Fact is, we're back to having a dedicated crew, which just helps so much to feel established, and like there's a stake in the story if you care about the story, but also just giving it that personality. You know? Like, even the one-off crews, you remember the celebrity cast. Best believe some of my best memories in all of playing zombies are as kicking zombie ass as Sarah Michelle Gellar and Robert Englund on Call of the Dead. So the fact that we are back to having just a set crew that we can pay attention to and follow and get attached to and live vicariously through is a step in the right direction. Absolutely no question. Don't get me wrong. I obviously love playing as Ghostface in Call of Duty Cold War, okay? But it's also nice to have real people like that you can get attached to and have a narrative and actually implicate some stuff. Because one of the most beloved zombies maps of all time, Mob of the Dead, mastered that beautifully. Now let's talk about Liberty Falls, because that was revealed recently, and
Okay, the crickets aren't even laughing.
woof, to say the least. Like, there was so much hype, like nothing but green flag after green flag on the play with Terminus and Melee Macchiato and the gobblegums and like everything we've talked about before, because I'm kind of talking about things in the order they were revealed. Nothing but net. Green flags across the board. People are excited. I'm over here like, this could be, we're so back. We're so back. So to reveal Liberty Falls, and it have this perception. This was the first time in this entire hype cycle that I started to go, uh-oh. And I kind of got grounded back to reality a little bit. Because Liberty Falls is looking underwhelming. It looks like a Cold War map with no soul. It's just very tiny. It's lit like shit. I really think the lighting is such a problem. Like, if they just saturated it a little bit more, or added like a direct sunlight or something, that would be fine. I think the problem is, people are torn on what this map is, because you have some people saying, oh no, it's a full-fledged map, it's a full Easter egg, it's got a quest, it's got side stuff, it's a full-on map. But then you have other people being like, oh, it's the bonus map, it's the casual friendly map, it's the small one where you can just go kill zombies, it's the Derice, it's the giant, it's, you know. I don't know though, because how have they advertised it? They have advertised it as a full-fledged map. So I'm expecting bombastic, big atmosphere, and it's just not giving that. It's not giving that, and it kind of sucks. It also has like all of the same bosses from the other launch map, Terminus, so it's like, what are we doing here? There's no unique personality, there's no style, there's no substance. So it's like, what happened here? Now, that isn't to say when the game comes out, maybe they'll fix some of these issues, or maybe they won't, and maybe I'll boot up Liberty Falls and I'll be like, damn, this is actually kind of fun. This is one of my favorite zombies experiences. But in the presentation that they've given us so far, never before has the bag been so fumbled, I fear. It is not looking good. It's looking like Garbo Duty booba water. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it feels. It does not have a set crew. You'll be able to play as all these random operators, so bring Ghostface back, please, I beg. But it's like, what are we doing here? And I know they've already announced that DLC 1, so map number 3, will be coming out in December of this year. So before the year ends, before 2024 is up, we will have a third zombies map. And we know nothing about her right now, so we can't really
Speculate wildly.
too much about her. But I'm expecting something better, because Liberty Falls is not impressing me. Especially after releasing such a phenomenal cinematic like intro to go with it. So clearly Richthofen's gonna play something. Hopefully the Easter egg changes part of the map and adds some exciting stuff. Maybe there's an underground area like people have been saying. I just hope good things come to this map, and the presentation we've seen so far is just bad presentation, because what I've seen so far I don't care for. But Terminus, on the other hand, I am like hands down ready, like let's do it, let's dive in, I'm ready to play, I'm ready to go on Terminus. That is probably the one I will play on launch. Please let it have good atmosphere, let it have good Easter eggs, both maps, that's all I really want. I'm actually gonna try and hunt this time, you know, like that's how passionately into this I am and excited for this mode. So I am really looking forward to actually just getting out there and trying to solve the Easter egg on my own and see what kind of steps I can discover, because it seems like this is the chance to do that. They've said that all these maps are going to have multiple side quests, which is glorious, thank goodness. Love that. Give me more side quests. I don't like that, like, let me go build this grenade at a crafting table, and no, fuck that. That's not zombies. That's a totally different game entirely, and I'm all for innovation and trying new things. That was not it. I didn't like that change. The weapons are feeling good though. I'm excited to see what weapons are going to be in zombies. They've announced Wonder Weapon skins. That's so exciting! I'm so excited to be able to put skins on my Wonder Weapon, and honestly, that should be the Easter egg completion reward right there. That is incentive, that is showing off. That's exactly what a camo should be. Like, complete the Easter egg, and you get this awesome reward that you can use in future games. Like, it's hard. This new point system that the more modern games have adopted, I think starting with Black Ops 4? Fucking hate it! Why did they have to change it? I missed the old one so bad. There was no, like, I missed that arcadey feeling. There's no such thing as point guns anymore. I don't like that, like, every game feels the same in Cold War, because I always have the exact same amount of points on every round. So I just do the exact same thing. Doesn't matter what gun I bring, if I'm getting headshots, if I'm getting like melee kill, like I don't like it. I don't like it. And it seems like Cold War is continuing with it, and that is unfortunate for me, because I don't like it. And hopefully they can make it work a little better. They change some stuff, or hopefully revert it back. But the new point system is egregious. And also, I don't like the rarity system. I don't like the weapon rarity system. Why are we putting colors on the weapons in addition to the pack-a-punch, in addition to the mystery box? Like, no, we're getting too complicated. Let me just pack-a-punch and have my alternate ammo types, okay? Why do we have to have rarities also? It's just another currency and another way of upgrading your weapon in a less interesting way. So where do you stand on Call of Duty Black Ops 6 as a whole? Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? Are you hating this era of zombies, thinking it's just going to be another flop? Are you loving it, eating it up, thinking this is the best era of zombies? Let me know. I want to talk about it, y'all. I love this game mode, and I am actually kind of leaning into the multiplayer. I'm excited to play it. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I am excited for this game. It releases in like a month, so get hype, get excited. Follow me on all the social medias, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Know when I'm streaming the game. Check it out. I just streamed it and it was a hell of a lot of fun in this baller outfit. So let's talk about Call of Duty, let's talk about horror movies, let's talk about video games, and let's talk about drag. Get to know me, babes. Until the next video, bye-bye.